The true meaning of life. Beloved one, many times throughout various lifetimes you have sought me. You have wondered, where is a divine magic that I knew when I was with Jeshua? Where is that love? And in seeking you have served me every lifetime in the various religious, philosophical orders, the lifetimes when you were the humble peasant, lifetimes when you were the leaders who call forth your affinity, your friends in righteous service unto me as to what you believed in that lifetime. Always I have been with you, and always you have been with me. Now I would speak with you about awakening to see the world and its happenings in a new light, to see the true meaning of life. There is joy in life itself, the simple joy of being. Now your world does not say that to you. Your world says that you must accomplish. You have to get through a pile of work every day. There are deadlines that you have to meet and fulfill. The world does not say to you to take a deep breath and to feel happy about yourself. But I say unto you, if not now, when? In other words, allow yourself to be joyful, to put the smile on the face, and no matter what is happening around you, to stand in joy of yourself. No matter how much chaos may be happening around you, and there will be some chaos, because it has been part of the human condition, be able to say, that is not me, I rise above it, as I did upon the cross. I rose above the worldly power that seemed that they would have the last choice. I allowed myself to rise above it and to know my Christ self. You are the Christ essence, otherwise you would not be here. Take that deeply to heart. What does it mean to be of the Christ essence? It means that truly you are not limited by time or space or by what the brothers and sisters say that you have to do. You are not limited by anything except your own choices, and you are free in every moment to choose anew as I did. I went through the crucifixion experience in order to prove that one is not the body. You are not the body. You have created the body in order to express the divine power of isness. You are the creator of the body. Now I know the bodies scream at you sometime and say that you are in charge, but in truth you are the one who has the choice to take the deep breath and say, no, I will abide in peace. In this moment right now, allow yourself to take a deep breath and to feel the peace that comes with the deep breath. You do not have to pay golden coins for the peace that comes with the deep breath. It is a divine gift that you give yourself. The very first thing that you have done when you took the incarnation was to take the deep breath. Some of you saw the great power with the deep breath, and you allowed the vocalization to be quite powerful. Some of you came a little more quietly, but the very first thing that you do in a human incarnation is to breathe. Part of the essence of humanhood is to breathe. With the deep breath, you allow yourself to abide for a moment in peace. Allow yourself to take another deep breath, just an easy breath, just to feel the peace that comes with it, because there is healing that comes with peace. For a moment or so, you can set aside all the worries. You can set aside all the demands of the world. Any time you feel that the world is too much with you, allow yourself the deep breath. There were times in my lifetime that I took myself away from the multitudes, even away from the disciples, and communed with the Father with the breathing. I allowed myself to return again to the place of peace, the place where you receive divine guidance. Even in the Garden of Gethsemane, I took myself apart from the disciples and I prayed. I did the deep breathing and I listened. There was silence, and there was peace about the morrow, and with the peace I knew that I had to go forward. I also knew that I was not going to be alone on the next day with all the happenings that I had intuited. I knew the probabilities. I had been speaking a truth that was necessary, and still is necessary in this day and time, of the divinity of each and every one of the brothers and sisters, and how they are not, and you are not, under the thumb of government and leaders and of situations. That you are love expressing and creating. The idea that you are loved with an everlasting love and that you are free to create any and all dimensions of your life did not go along with what was being taught in the temple. The ones who were the rulers at the time and thought they had the power decided that this rabble-rouser needed to be silenced. So I knew the probability of what was going to be happening on the next day. And in the silence of the deep breath and in the peace, I knew my strength. I knew my wholeness. Any time when the world is too much with you, and I know that from time to time the world screams at you that you must do such and such or be such and such, allow yourself the deep breath first of all. It is the first step. It is a powerful step. Then listen in that peace. Listen for guidance. If no guidance comes, breathe again. Keep on breathing. It is a good thing to do for the body. It keeps the body going. And listen. Abide in the peace of that breath. That is the simplest of all things that you can do and allows you to touch the divinity of you. Breathe and feel the peace. If you remember nothing else from this message, remember my suggestion that you take a deep breath over and over if necessary, and abide in peace, because there you will connect with the divinity of you, with the true power of you. The peace that you feel is your power. Others can taunt you, others can judge you, but they cannot destroy your peace. Only you can destroy your peace, and only you can bring in with a deep breath. So I highly suggest that you allow yourself, as often as you remember, to abide in peace and to listen. Because there are many unseen ones, angels you will call them, loved ones perhaps, who have laid down the body, who want to let you know how much you are loved. Perhaps there are ones of the loved ones who did not know how to love you when you were small, and perhaps they passed on the generational teaching that to be hard with you was to make you strong. All it did was to challenge your spirit and sometimes bring you down a bit. Now that they have laid down the body, they see things differently, and they want to tell you how much you are loved. They want to tell you that they understand now that it was an agreement that you would come together and to be born in a certain family, that there was an agreement that you would serve each other. And now they understand the greatest power of all is not the abusive, hard power, but the greatest power of all is love. They love you, and they wait to tell you. Sometimes you are so busy and you are listening to other voices, the voices of the world, and they cannot get through. But as you take the deep breath and as you abide in peace, you will receive a knowing from your guardian angel, a knowing from a loved one, a knowing from your inner self, your higher self, that will guide you and see you through whatever is going to be in the next moment or the next day. The same as the strength I received on the evening in the Garden of Gethsemane. I knew that I was not going to be alone. I knew that I was being guided to make demonstration that the body is not who you are. You are the energy. You are the spirit that activates the body. You are the creator of the body. So when you take the deep breath and you abide in peace, there is healing that comes. A healing peace that allows you to know that truly you have chosen rightly to be in this incarnation. Whether or not your separated ego says you are doing okay or not. Separated ego often will say unto you that you are making wrong choices, that you should do this or you should not do that. That is separated ego, which is separated from its source and thinks that it has power, the power of the world. But separated ego is only a creation that you have created to be a companion in this journey of human life. It will speak to you of judgment. It will speak to you of pain. It will speak to you of worry. But it is not who you are. You are the I am ego that has been forever, and after the purpose of time has been fulfilled, because there will not always be time. For the purpose of time has been fulfilled, you will still be the isness of divine love. So allow yourself the simplicity of going within to the place of peace and call upon me. Always I will answer. Now, in order to know my answer, you have to listen. You may ask of me in that place of peace, what should I do? What is my next step? Am I worthy? And sometimes when I answer, you are doing off something else that the world has said must be done by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, or whatever time is designated. Listen. Take the deep breath. Abide in peace. Call upon me and listen. Always I am with you. There is no place that you can be that I am not. If you descend into the depths of hell, the deepest place of worry and doubt, there I am with you. If you ascend into the heavens and you feel the joy of living, there I am with you in the joy. And I will tell you, joy and trust are good places to abide. The other suggestion I make unto you, and hear me well, is to laugh with me. Tell me a funny, a joke. No matter what you are going through, allow yourself to step out of it for a moment or so to see the humor, the ridiculousness of whatever is going on, to look for the humor in any situation, allow yourself to laugh. Because truly, even as you go through this lifetime and you feel the heaviness from time to time of this lifetime, know that you have lived many other lifetimes, and know that if you choose, you may have another lifetime, either here on Holy Mother Earth or any of the other most wonderful planetary bodies that you are beginning to acknowledge and beginning to know about. Any incarnation, whatever form it may take, is a choice. You always choose where you will go. You choose who you will be with. It is a choice. There is no great master directing where you have to go. There is no great master, no great referee in heaven who says you have to incarnate 89 more times before you'll be qualified to be an angel. Already you are the angel in human form. There is no master who has more power than you. Every moment is open to improv. That is how powerful you are. Every moment is open to choice. Now there are ones who can look at probabilities and they can say, based on what has been in past history, there's a probability that X is going to happen. But it is only a probability, and you are the one who chooses whether it comes into your reality or not. Never do you choose wrongly. You make choices. Every moment you make choices in order to create and in order to play with your creations, not to suffer the slings and arrows of the world, not to suffer. I did not suffer on the cross. That has been a story handed down to you so you'd feel guilty, that somehow you were part of a collective consciousness a long time ago that wanted to and had the power to make me suffer. But I did not suffer. I looked upon the world as I looked upon Jerusalem, and there was a sorrow that I felt because brothers and sisters did not yet recognize the power of love and harmony. You look out upon your world and there's a bit of sorrow that you feel, perhaps that the brothers and sisters do not yet understand how to live in peace and harmony. But how are they going to know that unless you example it for them, unless you live in peace with yourself, and from you then it spreads to others? There is a strong possibility that there will be a lot of drama happening in the days to come. As you are able to see it as a drama, knowing that the awakening will be served by the drama, and being able to be the divine beholder of all that you do with a smile on your face, you teach others that they have a choice. It is powerful for them to know that they have a choice, that they too can smile in the midst of a beating, whether it be emotional or physical. Humanness does not like abuse, it feels pain. But if you can rise above the pain and the abuse and the judgment, if you can smile at even in the face of what looks horrendous, you change the vibration of the collective consciousness. That is how powerful you are. That is what I did. I looked upon the soldier who was pounding the big spikes in my hand, and they were not tiny little nails. They were big spikes to hold me on the cross. I looked into the eyes of the one who was doing his job, because it was his job, and I looked upon him as brother to brother. I loved him, as I do now. He is reincarnated, and he has followed me throughout lifetimes, because truly we are joined in the isness of divinity. I looked with love, and in that moment he was changed, because I could see him in love just doing his job. If you are in a position of employment or a place where you are being crucified, look upon it with love, and it will change before your very eyes. Allow yourself the deep breath that brings the peace to you. In that space of peace there is great power to see anew and to choose anew. We have often spoken of the great love which allows you to be, and to be all that you choose to be. You are the expression of the one source, the Creator. You have chosen that you will be here in this time, and that you will usher in a new way of looking at everything, because you will smile. Again, a very simple thing to do. Not always easy if someone is pounding on you, or if it feels like the employer is pounding on you, but to smile as if you know an inner secret, because you do. You know that you are not of the world. The world is of your making, and you can change it moment by moment. You are not the body, you use it, but it is not your master. The friends, co-workers, acquaintances all have their own perspective on things, and that perspective may or may not resonate with you. It does not have to, because their journey of awakening is different from yours. Their other lifetimes and their experiences are different from what you have had. What they have brought with them into this lifetime is different from what you have brought into this lifetime. So you cannot judge another one's journey, and they cannot judge your journey. They may try. Oftentimes friends and colleagues will judge, but how can they judge when they have not walked in your sandals? They cannot know what you have experienced either in this lifetime or in other lifetimes, so they judge imperfectly. You allow them to say what they are going to say, and then you smile. And they wonder, how can they smile when I've just said that they are the most uninformed, misread, ununderstanding person who ever walked the face of the earth? How can they smile? And they even look like they love me. And I've just used a lot of four-letter words. How can they smile at me? Easy. Because you know who and what they are at the soul level. It may not be what they are acting, but in their essence, the deepest part of them, their true meaning, they are the Christ. And you recognize the Christ and you love the Christ. You may not love the actions or the choices that they make, but you love their being and you can smile in the midst of whatever is coming down. You are ready for the peace that the world does not know, the peace that passes the understanding of the world. You can go to your inner self, the place of peace and silence within, and know that always you will be taken care of. I guarantee it. No matter what you face, you will be taken care of and you will come through it healed, whole, and knowing your divinity, not as the world defines everything, but as your divinity defines it. You have known in other lifetimes the process that has led to this new moment. You have been preparing for the consciousness of this time all other lifetimes. From the moment you descended into density, from the moment you began to forget who you are, from the moment you decided you would identify with the creations rather than identify with the creative source that you are. You started a process which is now coming to fruition. It is a process of light, more and more light coming into your experience, more and more light coming into your body, more and more light coming into your relationships, more and more body coming into your heart, to the place where you walk every day with a smile on the face, because you know who you are and it feels good. I know that which you are. I honor that which you are. I love that which you are always and forever. So be it.